Rester?
Yeah, I think that sounds good. Give it a seat through.
It is indeed. Hi guys, Tom from Back Garden Bushcraft here. I'm out in the woods with Liam from Primal Nomad.
How are you doing, guys? So good to be here with you.
So nice to be out, like after being stuck inside for so long.
These rule changes couldn't have come quicker, could it?
I know, I'm so pleased.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so good to have you here, local to me.
Yeah,
I can show you all the different places and spots and the
it's lovely woods, man.
Materials.
It's a lovely woods. We've been saying we're going to get out for a camp for so long.
Yeah.
So to finally actually get out with you, it's great.
It's actually been years in the planning, really, hasn't it?
It has. So me and Liam met by chance at the Bushcraft show about three odd years ago.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, about three years ago, because it was my first Bushcraft show where I met you. We bumped into each other, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we were in the queue for the loo.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, since then we've been friends. We've kept in touch and we've been planning trips and things. We had quite a few plans which lockdown has stopped.
Completely knackered.
So yeah, we've become really close friends. We've talked every day for a year, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty much for a year. Yeah, we've just become tighter and tighter and tighter, and it came to the point where as soon as we were able to kind of get out, it was just necessary. Yeah, one of them
Gotta get
absolute needs. not only just for a camp, but just to spend some time with you.
Absolutely,
know,
bro.
not over the phone.
No, we've sort of been keeping each other's spirits up during what's been pretty difficult time with all the COVID and all the restrictions, and
Absolutely.
as outdoorsy people we rely on this for our sanity, don't we, really?
So no, 100%. It's been good to bounce off of you with like ideas and kind of little tasks we've been doing, you know, like carving. You've inspired me on little lockdown carving things, and, you know, watching all of your stuff. It's been great, really good fun. Even seeing you and Emma go camping last year.
Yeah, we did manage to go, didn't we? That was really nice, actually, just to get a couple of days away.
Yeah.
But obviously campsites are still not all open, so it's nice to actually, now we're able to meet outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Come out into the kind of the wider woods.
So for those that don't know, during lockdown I've been running a bushcraft club for my students at school. I've been sort of teaching them a few sort of bushcraft and survival skills, and Liam has kindly been checking them all for me and proofreading my videos for me, basically.
It's been great. I've really enjoyed watching them as well.
So very kind of you to do that.
No, it's been great learning a load of stuff as well, you know, which is good. And
cheers, man.
It's it's testament to Tom's knowledge, really. Just the way he puts it forward. So definitely, I'm not sure if you put some out on
one
YouTube,
I think I put out publicly on YouTube, so one on flint and steel fire. So if you're interested in learning flint and steel, do check it out. And while we're on that, Liam has a fantastic channel on YouTube, so if you haven't already, please do go and subscribe to Primal Nomad over on YouTube.
I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to getting some good content with you today.
Yeah,
we're going to have a bit of an overnighter, aren't we?
Bit of a camping trip. Yeah. So we've dumped off our main packs, and we're just out with little day packs for a scout. We're looking for a suitable location. We're out looking for resources, and just enjoying being out together and catching up and sharing woods knowledge with each other. So it's been really fun so far.
It's been good. Looking forward to the rest of the day and the
evening.
We're going to have some good food and loads of resources to explore. Like you saw Tom earlier, collected some of this nice dry material for a tinder bundle. I was showing you a few flowered leeks.
Absolutely, so, tastes really nice.
Yeah, so some exciting things to come, I think.
Absolutely, so I hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of the video. We're going to have a little breather here, and we're just going to chill out, and we'll bring you back a little bit later.
Definitely. Warm all day today, isn't it?
It is really hot. I'm sweating profusely, so
it's the first day
it is really quite warm, so apologies for looking like a sweaty mess on camera.
Ah, you're fine.
Samwise Gamgee, have you been eavesdropping?
I ain't been dropping no eaves, sir.
Nice bit of fat wood there.
It's good, isn't it?
We could, if we wanted, we could chunk that core out and have a nice resiny piece for lighting a fire there.
Absolutely.
What I might do is quickly cut a few pieces off this, light it with a lighter, and just show you the black smoke that it produces.
Yep, do it.
Show the resins, because
Really
this
good.
stuff is literally saturated with really flammable resin. So you see the dark orange colour? It's all the resins in there. So just cutting into that, we'll be able to get some pieces that would be really good for lighting a fire. So we got this little bit of fat wood that I've collected, and I'm just going to show you how flammable it is just by lighting at the corner of it. You can see already burning away. You can see the black smoke coming off it. That's the resins burning. You could quite easily light more pieces from that. You can see the resins. And then once this stuff goes up, it is just awesome. But we're not ready for our fire yet, so I'm going to put it out and we're going to carry on our little explore. But you can see here the resins, they're just bubbling up in that piece of wood. And you can see now that is not going out.
Pretty good, eh, Tom?
Yep, this looks good.
Nice little clearing above us.
Like it, bro?
Yeah, some soft ground as well.
Dump our packs down and have a think about where we get our shots
I
at.
think so, that sounds good. We're both running tarps today, aren't we?
Yep. Smaller than the 3x3s, both on a bit lightweight.
Yeah.
Lightweight with a canvas pack.
Oh, it's going to look great though.
Yeah.
The scene is nice and comfy, we've got good soil beneath us.
Definitely. Nice comfy moss.
Yeah, some clay beneath that, so good for a fire.
Yep. Cool, I think this is home.
I think so.
Nice.
Check them out, they're really, really nice.
Yeah, no, I'll use those. Make sure you steal them back off me at the end, mate.
Yeah, boy.
So you're putting some toggles on your ridge line, are you?
I've not tried this before. I've just set the ridge line up, and then I've got these piece of bank line with a deer antler toggle. So the idea is I just put my antler toggle through the tie-out point on my tarp, tension it up, and the Prosix will hold the tension in the tarp.
That's a great idea.
So we'll see if it works.
It should do.
So I've got my Oscam tarp with me today. I normally use a super light DD 3x3, or it's 2.9 actually by 2.9, but it's a really good tarp. And I wanted to dig this out because it's one of my first original tarps. I've used this more times than I can remember, and it just good to get it back out of the cupboard. Matches the environment, the local surroundings, and in fact Tom's gear, which is amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see his tarp because I'm so envious. So it's just nice to get this out. Simple lean-to shelter. Gonna clear the area here of any kind of debris that might puncture my air mat. Lay a poncho down and then tarp, sleeping bag really. So perfect setup, and we'll have a little fire here I think, and it's gonna be great.
Okay guys, so I've got to show you my new piece of kit that I am super excited about. Guy on Instagram, Thornhill Ultraheavy, he's a maker in the Lake District, has made this tarp. And I saw it on Instagram and I purchased it. I just thought it looked amazing. So basically it's a really heavy waxed canvas. It's about 8 ounce canvas with solid veg tan leather tie-outs and leather reinforcements. And everyone who watches my channel will know I love vintage and old gear, and this just encapsulates what I love about bushcraft. I'm so excited to actually be spending the night under this small tarp. I'm going to get him to make me a bigger one. This is a solo tarp. It's not this full size that I normally use. It's about 2.5 by 1.5, but it should be a great size for a quick overnighter, and the craftsmanship is insane. So can't wait to actually try this and do some proper traditional camping with a canvas tarp. So let's get it set up. I've fixed some Prosix with some deer toggles, so we will see if we can get it set up like that with some deer tie-outs. I'm just going to turn the toggles so there's no chance of them pulling through, and I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to be home for the night. I'm so stoked with this.
That's awesome, mate.
That's a quick setup, bro.
That is.
So guys, I've had a pipe for a number of years now. During lockdown I got really into listening to a pipe podcast as we were stuck inside for so long. So I've been listening to the Country Squire based on a recommendation from a friend, and they turned me on to a few new things for pipe smoking as a hobby. I don't tend to do it very often. Normally when I'm in the woods, just nice chilled out with a pipe and some nice fancy pipe tobacco. So today I don't want to go on about this too much, but it's interesting to me, so I thought I'd share it with you. I've got some Nightcap, which is a nice English blend, and yeah, it just really helps that sort of woodsy vibe. I think all of us bushcrafters want to be hobbits with our little packs and going off and saving the world and exploring the Shire. So this gives me that Lord of the Rings feeling, and I can say random Gandalf quotes while I've got my church warden. So sorry to include a bit of this in the video, but it's part of me, so I wanted to share that with all of you. I've waffled too long, it's gone out, man.
Hey, get that flame on. Got a nice smell, that mic.
It's lovely. Oh, I can see the cherry in the bottom there.
Hey. Put that just right up here, isn't it? Nice good clay base here.
Yep, nice, perfect.
Yeah, and there's not too many, no roots or anything really.
Nope.
Which is great.
Put a base down for the fire so it's off that damp ground.
Yeah, because it is quite
wet, isn't it?
Quite wet. And we'll get some smaller kindling as well. We'll just build up a good stock. We've got some stuff here which you can have a look at. Some of it might be damp, but we'll clear it out the way anyway. Awesome.
Happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy. We're only going to have a small fire, aren't we? So
yeah, for sure.
Some pretty good dry sticks here already piled up.
So we've cleared an area of the moss, got down to bare earth, and we've just built a simple platform out of fairly dry wood. And this little cross piece will allow me to lift up the bundle of twigs and just provide a bit more oxygen going underneath.
Can you use them?
Yeah, let's use some.
As a spark extender.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to show
extender.
My viewers what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, this is King Alfred's cake, or Dowdina concentrica. Really good fungus for carrying an ember or for fire lighting, so you can actually strike a spark onto it. Takes it really, really easily. And if you break it open, might be a little bit harder for you to see over there, but I'll bring a shot closer in a minute. It's actually got concentric lines inside that look like a charcoal kind of compound, I guess you could call it. And that's just from its growth. Obviously as they grow each annual year, it will create a new concentric ring, but into those rings there's a really kind of fine, fibrous, kind of almost powdery material that really takes the spark well. It's almost a charred material. It's got quite a unique smell once you've got one of these going, but it can hold an ember for quite a long time, especially something of that size. And I know Tom would definitely use it.
It's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a beast, isn't it? So, I mean, feel free to crack into that, cut a bit off, whatever you want.
What we'll do,
it might be handy.
Yeah, what we'll do, we use it as a coal extender. So in my little flint and steel kit, traditional flint and steel, I've got some char cloth. Effectively, it's cloth that's been heated in the fire with the oxygen restricted, carbonised. I'll use that to catch the spark, and then I'll transfer it to a piece of this, which can then be put into my bird's nest. You saw us collecting the grasses earlier. We also collected some inner bark, which I fluffed up to make a really nice, fibrous core.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just off some fallen branches, which is just really handy. Good little forage there for some materials.
Really good.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing your set in use as well. And
yeah, dude.
A little bit of the King Alfred's cake. It's a great bit.
It's a really good
bring in a close
piece
shot
of So if we bring the camera in, we'll show you breaking this thing open. You can see the concentric rings where it gets its name. Okay, so as Liam was saying, this is cramp ball, otherwise known as Daldinia concentrica, and where it gets the name concentrica is the fact that inside it there are concentric rings. If I snap it open, come on, use some muscle, there we go, you can see all the sort of rings that line the inside of that fungus, and they are fantastic for catching a spark. They take a spark from a flint and steel if you're careful, but they're great to use with a fire steel, or as we're going to do, to extend an ember. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use flint and steel to light some char cloth, use the char cloth to light this, put this in the bird's nest, blow it to flame, and we should be golden. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you this. This is a little leather pouch that I've had for a while, and inside you'll recognise this as my little brass Yuko lantern. It's a folding sort of small lantern, it's got a glass bit in there, and I used to use this in my videos all the time, but the observant amongst you will have noticed I haven't taken it on the last like year's worth of trips, and it's actually because I smashed the glass in this and I didn't want to buy a replacement glass. So what I've actually done is I've put a paprika glass jar into my Yuko lantern. I used a glass cutter and basically used heat, hot and cold, to break the glass around the bottom and fitted it to the Yuko lantern. So I got a free replacement glass basically for my lantern. So I'm going to actually get this set up on my tarp now. So you just pop the bottom out, you light up the candle, see if I can do this in shot. I did say I haven't used it for a while. The wick is so low in there. It will go. There we go. Okay. So basically you light your candle and you pop it up into the lantern. And yeah, the glass in there is actually a paprika jar, which I've just modded to fit. So I'm going to hang this on my tarp now, and it gives a really nice sort of aesthetic and a nice warm glow to your camp.
So actually we're just going to start cooking some food now. What we've got is quite a treat. We've got some oil to put in this Tatonka billy can, which is quite a wide one. Really handy. There's a nesting kit, and inside here I've just got a little bit of seasoning, which is for this fried chicken is what we're going to do. So it's going to be like a KFC southern fried chicken. We've already done a batter on that, so that's ready to go, and this is just a sprinkle on top for any little bits that have been contacting in the bag there. This was prepared earlier just to save the mess of doing that up here. So this is a little handle which we can use on there to either as a lid, a frying pan, or what we'll do is probably put a little bit of paper towels in here, which I bought, just a few squares. We'll put that in there just to drain the oil onto. So I'm going to fill this up with oil because I don't want it really too near to the flames. I'm going to migrate the fire onto the back side here, and where we've got some of this earth here that we've scraped from earlier, I'll bring some of these ashes and some of these embers, which are really hot, great for cooking on, and will retain a bit of heat. We can put the trivet over the top like so, and we can get that nice and level. And then we can put the Tatonka billy can on the top, like so, and introduce the oil with the less risk of it catching on fire. And we can keep adding smaller sticks under here to get a kind of bit of a focal heat as and when we need the temperature to rise, or if we need it to decrease, we can always poke some of these back towards the fire. So it's just a way of controlling it really, be a little bit safer, rather than putting that, you can imagine, in the flames. You just wouldn't want to do that, so you'd have to really get it down to a bed of embers, and it would be a little bit harder to regulate. So we're just gonna, I'll take that off for now. We'll fill that up with some oil, which I've got just in a clear bottle here. So I'm just going to put this oil into here. We're not going to go for loads and loads and litres of oil. We're going to just need, a good inch and a half, and that will allow it to just shallow fry, and we can keep adding pieces and taking them off, eating them while they're hot, which is going to be perfect. It's going to be really tasty, and it's something me and Tom are a big fan of. Yeah, the old crunchy fried chicken.
Crunchy fried chicken.
That's it, my boy.
I love it.
It's the best. So we're going to introduce this over here and start to let that get hot, and we can do a little test on this by introducing a small bit of this batter just into the oil, and when we start to get a little fizz, we'll bring the cameras back over and we'll go over from there. We're good. So I'm going to lay this into the oil. That's frying lovely.
That sizzle.
That is great. Their cousins can hear themselves being cooked, so flying off the pheasant. I'll probably put 4 bits in for now and just see how those go. Not to crowd it too much, that's the kind of idea out here, if you don't want to keep losing loads of heat. So Tom, I might grab your assistance in a minute to give them a little flip.
Yeah, dude.
And we can monitor them, because my hands, I might just keep on dropping in duty.
There's a little spatula I carved on my shape horse that I made during lockdown.
Beautiful, mate. Really
So,
like it.
One of the test pieces, just a piece of sweet chestnut, was going to be used as firewood. I decided to test my draw knife on it.
It got saved.
It did.
Oh, look at that. Get some nice colour on that.
Yeah, dude.
We might need to put a tiny bit more seasoning on as we go in, so
it'll still be lush though.
yeah, but that's why I thought we'd do this, test it, see how it comes out, and these can be our little reference pieces.
You know me, man, I could eat a whole battery of crunchy fried chicken.
Oh boy, love the crunchy fried chicken.
Oh, that colour's good.
That's good. Look at that.
It's been one of our lockdown favourites, and every time one of us decides we're going to have fried chicken of some kind, the other one has always gone out and either made it or bought it.
Yeah, inevitably.
So that's why there's a lot of in-jokes about crunchy fried chicken.
Crunchy fried chicken, that's it. It's kind of it's a great food though, isn't it?
It is just lovely.
Great flavour.
Bit of a naughty treat.
Yeah, you got to indulge.
You got to do it.
Especially when in the woods.
Absolutely, bro. How long do you reckon this will take to cook?
That's probably almost there.
Yeah? Should get a bit out and we can cut it and have a look?
Absolutely. So we just put the pieces back in just for another few minutes because they were just on the edge of being done. So it's always a good guide to cut things open when you're cooking outdoors. So we'll probably get those out now and give it a little taste test.
Yeah, I'll just show you this. This is another little thing I picked up. This is like a Viking eating picker, so like a Viking fork.
It's really nice.
It's made of iron, so like blacksmith forged.
Yeah.
It's really useful actually just to be able to stab food and things when you're actually out. Like I can use my spatula to hold it and then stab it and
just like a pair of tongs.
Dump it out.
Probably easier to use. That's great. That's got a good colour on it now.
Really good colour.
And then get a little taste test. Cool.
Should we delve in?
Yeah, I think we should. I'll put that in. Right. I think it's the time for the taste test, eh?
I think it is.
Go on. I'll get the other little bit.
Cheers.
Cheers, boy.
Cheers.
That feels so good to have that in the woods.
That's insane. So crunchy.
That tastes like we just got a delivery.
It literally tastes like KFC.
It does.
We got the boneless bucket, man.
Dig in. We have.
Oh, bro, we have chicken for days here.
Yeah, we've got so much more. So much more in the pan, which I'll probably give a little stir now. That is going beautifully. We've done a beautiful thing here, Tom. You happy? Yeah. Good man.
It really gets better on the second bite.
Does it?
It was great on the first bite, but that's just...
Oh wow.
Yeah, see what I mean? Getting the spices as well.
That's great. I can really appreciate that.
No way you can be unhappy in the woods eating home fried chicken.
That is insane.
It's the best.
I cannot wait for this stuff to be done now.
More chicken.
Oh yes. So we're just gonna let the rest of this crunchy fried chicken cook up, keep adding some more in, and just feast through the evening, I think, aren't we?
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get back to you guys when we're a bit fuller.
That's a good bit.
Sounds crunchy.
Look at that crunchiness, boy. That looks so good.
It does.
I'm so happy about this. Look at that. Oh, look at the batter on the outside. Oh.
Enjoy that, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah? Is that the better bits that we've done?
Bro. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. Yeah? It's good, isn't it? Look at the batter. Oh my god.
That's great.
Cheers.
Cheers, boy. So you've had a good bit of success with the crunchy fried chicken. It's looking absolutely glorious. So we're on almost our last batch now. We've just got some of the powdered batter there that we've just been dipping some bits into, so that's why they've been getting progressively better, more crunchy. So yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Hey guys, so we've had the most lovely evening by the fire, cooking lovely food, sharing stories, talking about bushcraft, swapping skills, just catching up basically. And yeah, we've had the most amazing time today, exploring the woodlands, finding resources, and then finishing off with that KFC in the woods. So it's been a lovely day. We're going to actually go to bed now. It's about midnight. We've collected some more firewood so we can keep the fire sort of ticking over for a few more hours while we're sort of drifting off to sleep. It's been an amazing day, so thanks for Liam for having me out here, and yeah, we will bring you back tomorrow where we'll do some more bushcrafty stuff, and yeah, just have another day in the woods having some fun. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video so far, and I'll bring you back tomorrow.
How you doing, boy?
Morning.
Morning. Good night.
Sleep.
Yeah. You sleep well?
Really well.
Awesome. You look cozy over there, boy.
I'm cocooned.
I love it.
It's always that, like, not wanting to get out your sleeping bag because you're too cozy.
Oh yes. Yeah, we've just been laying here for a little bit, haven't we? Just kind of chatting and getting on with it. My sleeping mat did well.
Slept well.
Good. We'll get the fire going in a second, eh?
I think so.
Morning guys, me and Liam are just sort of getting up now. We slept really well. We got up about 6 o'clock, stoked the fire, and yeah, that was nice just to take off the morning chill and sort of enjoy seeing those flames again. So we're going to get up now, we're going to cook up some breakfast. We've got pancakes and some of Liam's homemade bacon, so that's going to be awesome. And then yeah, we're going to spend the day just exploring the woods, seeing if we can sort of find some sort of treasures in the woods, and yeah, just enjoy being in nature and spending time in each other's company. So we had a great day yesterday and are excited to have another good one today. So we'll bring you along and yeah, show you another of our woodland sort of cook-ups, and yeah, it should be a good breakfast, so I'm looking forward to it.
A few bits of the spark.
Some of them smaller bits in. Doesn't take much in the morning, does it?
It doesn't. It smells good.
Oh yes. We'll just build that little hot heart up there and keep adding some of these burnt ends. These bits are always great as well.
Yeah,
so dense.
Stuff.
Let me lift up this side of the leg because it's going all to that way.
Well guys, in a pan that isn't non-stick, we have decided to just scramble our pancakes, which actually looks a little bit like Kaiserschmarrn, which I had in Austria, where they like shred up the pancake and put sugar on it. So it tastes
good.
amazing.
It does taste good.
Don't look as artistic as a French crepe shop, man.
It's still as tasty though, buddy.
Absolutely.
And your sugar in your little pinch pot is great.
Oh yeah, I'll show you guys that in a minute. I made a little shrink pot, which I've got some sugar in, and I made a little teaspoon for it as well.
So nice. And this, just the angle of that is perfect. Tiger striping, and if you look, just fits perfectly in. That's great, Tom. I really like that.
Made to measure.
Made for the pancakes.
It was. It actually was. So as Liam was just showing you, this is a little pot I made, and in it I've just got some sugar. I made this little spoon to go with it, so we're going to put the sugar on our pancakes. I like a lot of sugar, man.
Oh yes.
But yeah, it's got a nice seal on the lid. It's not going anywhere. Right, I'm showing you this one, not because it's a stunning looking pancake, but because it's the only pancake that I've made so far today that hasn't fallen apart. And Liam will testify, and Liam is a very honest person. I did flip it, did I not?
You did flip it, and the other good thing is the little bits were really tasty.
They actually were.
They
It
were
tasted like a
tasty.
pudding.
So, as this will be, you know, a bit of sugar on the top and it's no different.
For sure.
Being torn up on
Flip!
the plate.
I did it again! Oh. You didn't see that bit? Bit of moss, never hurt no one.
Nope. I've got some homemade bacon here. Use fingers again. So this is just a salt and brown sugar cure on this dry cured rather than like a brine. We're going to do 2 bits at a time, and then we can probably fit all 4 in, can't we?
Especially when it starts picking up.
Yeah, shrinks down. Oh boy, there we are.
Give it a flip.
Yep, go on. Oh, we can flip it again, can't we? Keep getting them over.
With that bacon. That looks really good.
Yeah, buddy. More like a pork kind of colour, you know?
Yeah, so you were saying it's not got any nitrites.
Yeah, nitrites or nitrates. It's just got the sea salt and brown sugar, and the salt draws the moisture out of the bacon. The sugar kind of counteracts some of that saltiness, but also just adds a bit of sweetness into the meat.
Nice. Should be lovely.
Yeah, and that was cured for about 8 days. Really nice.
Looks good. Nice and thick.
Yeah, that's the way. Excited?
I am.
Good man. You go first.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, my boy.
Dink.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. Mmm.
Bacony bacon, right?
Has so much flavour in that. That is lovely.
Yeah?
Really lovely.
I'll definitely make sure to send you the recipe or do a little how-to video for you.
It sounds great.
Such a rich flavour, isn't it?
Get the sugar, saltiness, and then this sort of meaty. Ah,
It's so meaty. Lovely trip with you, thank you, Tom.
no, it's been great, man. I had literally the best time.
Yeah, it's been great. Couldn't ask for better, really.
No, me neither. Like, we've been catching up every day for over a year, haven't we? Just
Yep.
ringing each other, like playing PlayStation together,
Yeah,
like
Instagramming things. to each other.
Instagramming, talking about skills, sharing like projects we've been doing.
Yep.
So actually to get that to all come to a nice trip
It's great.
as lockdown eases, it feels like we've got some hope and it's all
Yeah, it's great.
it's all getting good. So
I've
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. Looking forward to the day. We'll strike camp in a little bit and have a little explore, I think.
sounds perfect, yeah. And I really appreciate you having me out here, and
Anytime.
I've had literally the best time. So thanks a lot, mate.
No worries. Plenty more to come.
Yeah, definitely. Get planning.
Oh yes. Let's dig into this, eh?
Mm,
That's good.
that's really good. Tastes a bit like maple bacon.
Yeah. With sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
I just realised it here.
Oh boy,
It's not real wool.
it's not real wool.
New lad.
It's holy wool now. It's been blessed by the fire. Hey.
Cool. Everything outdoors gets holes in.
For sure. Well guys, we've had a really relaxing morning. We've had breakfast, we've had second breakfast, and we've just had some time around in the woods. We're feeling a little bit of rain start to come, so we're going to actually break down camp now. We're going to put the fire out and make sure we leave absolutely no trace of our presence here. Make sure the ground is cool before we leave. We're going to show you a bit of footage of us taking our tarps down and packing up our gear, and then our plan for the day is we're going to stow our main packs and just do another little day walk and do some more exploring. We've had a fantastic trip so far.
It's been wonderful.
And yeah,
Really
we're
good.
just stoked to spend the last day today just exploring.
Yeah,
As
really
much as
looking
we
forward
can.
to it. So we've got plenty to go around, and yeah, so we're just going to make sure, like Tom said, fire's out, strike camp, because we don't want things to get wet if we can avoid it. So yeah, I think it's about time.
I think it is. We've been at this spot a good amount of time to really sort of start feeling like it's a home away from home. So it's time now to let nature come back in and reclaim this spot. And in about half an hour, 40 minutes, it will look like no one's even been here. And we'll have put this fire out with all of our water and repaired the ground where we've been trampling, and make sure that it's as we found it when we arrived.
Absolutely. I mean, we've even got the moss here ready to go back over the fire pit area. We just kept it somewhere nice and easy and accessible, so ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We made sure to do that because otherwise when you move the moss and just leave it round the fire pit, inevitably some of it gets burned. So we just made sure to clear it all and move it to a safe location so we can cover our fire back over when it's out.
So we're gonna take these ashes and hot embers, just the last bits of these really charred timbers, and there's a stagnant, semi-stagnant anyway, slow water source over there. No good for drinking, but definitely good for putting out this fire, and it makes sure that it's completely out, and then we can just dig up the earth a little bit here, poke a few holes in it to allow the earth to really breathe and feel. Really, you want to be doing these things by feel. We've got water in Tom's Nalgene and my clean canteen here, so the remainder of that can go on this scorched earth once all this burnt material is gone.
And we were saying, weren't we, Liam, before we turned the camera on, just how many fire scars we've seen when we're out exploring the woods, and how actually if we're going to come out and enjoy the woodland, it's our responsibility to clean up after ourselves. Yeah, absolutely. And just to make sure that we've left it safe and back to how it was before we arrived.
Yeah, 100%. It's just not worth the sleepless nights kind of thinking, you know, let's say for example if a forest fire cropped up here in a few months, you'd always be wondering, well, was something I did to play with that? So it's
we know, you know, we didn't because we're making sure we're going to have a sit and wait until we can feel the ground is cool.
Absolutely, and we're knowing that we're not going to be wasting vast amounts of water just putting out bits like this. These can go in submerged in water, so they're completely out, and we can focus the water on making sure anything below the ground is completely inert and not going to burn.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. with.
Right, so we're going to sit and just enjoy sitting in the woods for 5 until we are sure this is completely cool to the touch. At the moment it's lukewarm.
Yep.
And yeah, most of it's cooling down. We've perforated the ground and filled the holes with water. We've mixed it round, so it's just a matter now of sitting and waiting until we're satisfied that we can then put the moss back on top and leave no trace of our visit.
That's it, absolutely.
So by scattering the ashes like this, you actually hold them in your hand, so you can feel if there's anything too hot, and if it's not burning you, then it isn't going to burn anything else. So you can scatter it nice and widely, and separating the fire, separating all the fuel basically, so yeah, it just makes it nice and safe.
Minimising the risk.
It does.
And it doesn't leave a big just black spot on the ground. Which is one of the most unsightly things when you come into a woodland.
It is. And you might be looking at this thinking, cool, that's a lot of work. I don't want to get my hands dirty, all that stuff. We're woodsmen. We're in the woods. Like, you're going to get your hands dirty. And if you're going to have a fire and you're going to make that choice to do that, then you have to deal with the consequences of making sure you're leaving it safely.
You owe it to the woodland to act responsibly and look after it in a manner that, you know, shows you care about it. Because really, you want to look after the thing you come and enjoy being in.
Like we love the woods, and in a way, we are sort of custodians of it. We're looking after it and ensuring that the interest in the woods carries on for generations, and people will then want to spend time in them and hopefully protect them. So I see it as really important, and something I really wanted to actually mention on this video is this leave no trace ethic.
Yeah, it's highly important. Too many times I go out and see, you know, campsites with tins around them, bags.
Well, there's one over there that we're going to pack out actually. We found lots of rubbish and we're going to pack it out. Well guys, I think that's us packed up and
I think so, yeah.
Ready to go. Fire's out. We've covered
it over.
Tracks of our presents.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all tidy, all ready to go. It's been a lovely time, so we'll just kind of give a few bits of kick as we take a stroll out.
Because even where we've slept, we've flattened the ground, and it's nice just to sort of rejuvenate that bit of ground before you move.
Yeah, just so if someone walks by in the next few hours, you know, they're not going to have an eyesore to look at. And that's just basically the kind of rule of thumb when you're outdoors. Just be as unintrusive as you can to both nature and other people. So awesome, I really enjoyed it.
That's a good way of living life, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, all in all. Perfect.
Cool, right, so we're going to go on a little day walk now, guys. We're going to stow our packs and go out with the day bags and go for a little day walk. So you might see the odd little bit of footage from that, but I really hope you've enjoyed the video. This will probably be the end of the talking part for me. It might just be a few sort of cinematic shots of us walking our way out and things like that. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do subscribe both to Liam, Primal Nomad, Bushcraft. It's one of the best YouTube channels. It's one of my favourites.
Thank you very much, as is yours. So yeah, make sure you keep viewing Tom's, because there's going to be plenty more from both of us coming up soon.
There will indeed. So I hope you're all staying well and are all safe as well. It's been hard times for everyone, so I hope you're all doing good, and thank you very much for spending the time to check out my little video here.